So we're talking about Westchester. What would you say is the key element that sets Westchester apart right now?
It's a hot sector for new business opportunity. Biotech, we're leading the way. I mean, it's amazing that we have 20% of all the biotech jobs in New York State are in Westchester, and it's growing exponentially. So the reason is we focused on that. We looked at what we had and we tried to exploit our strengths. And the strengths are we've got a very educated workforce. 47% of those that are 25 or older have at least a bachelor's degree, which means if you're an employer, you want a talented pool to pull from. So we have that. So then we looked at the sectors that are cutting edge or going to be coming online and that could get really hot. And we said, it's not the old stuff of 20 years ago. So what are we looking at? We've got a great hospital and healthcare network, so how do we make that better? And we came to the conclusion, as did others, life sciences, biotech. So we've got a couple things going. Regeneron, which is a huge company now and growing, they are right in central Westchester. The owner, the founder, is from Westchester. They are building and adding literally thousands of new jobs. And this is across the spectrum, good, very high-paying jobs. We also have a proposal at Westchester Medical Center campus to develop 60 acres there, which are undeveloped, have been for decades and decades. And we have a proposal to have some life sciences there, some medical offices, also some housing there with regard to a hotel and some retail. And that just complements that whole grasslands reservations where you have New York Medical College, Touro College of Dentistry, where you have Westchester Medical Center and the Children's Hospital, and it feeds off each other. And that, by the way, is very close to Regeneron physically. So you create this cluster environment where learning and laboratory and research and development can all take place, and it is.
What is it that you're offering? Are you offering tax incentives?
Yeah.
What are you giving those businesses that's making Westchester County so attractive to them?
Well, I think there's a couple things. First of all, they see the quality of life. They see the opportunities where costs are less than being in New York City, where it's just so overheated that it doesn't make sense anymore to some. So if you're splitting your company up, you've got an opportunity just to the north. If you want to start something, if you were driving and your car's not empty, you're going to go to that gas station, which is $4 a gallon, or that gas station, which is $2 a gallon. I think if you have half a brain, you're going to go to the $2 one. And that's kind of what we offer with a lot of great things. Our transportation network, 3 lines on Metro North. We have our own airport, and we don't have the Van Wyck. It's great. We also, have the natural beauty and the Hudson River and the Long Island Sound and land. If people want a backyard and good schools, that's the place. So we've got the great stuff. And now you got to build out on that. So housing is complementary, and we know housing is very expensive. But we're also working with developers, and you can see the cranes up right now in White Plains.
I wanted to ask you about that current development right now. Is there anything of note that you really want to mention?
There's big development. It's some of the major developers of New York City that I come to meet with and try to bring them up to Westchester and say, look, your expenses are half what they are where you are currently on Fifth Avenue or wherever. Brooklyn's exploding. It's so hot nobody can get there. So come on up. And actually, it's the joke right now in Westchester when somebody moves in. What part of Brooklyn are you from? And we kind of like that. And it's become what people don't think it is. Westchester is now the 4th most diverse county in all of New York State. That's a wonderful thing. And so if you're looking for diversity, if you're looking for opportunities, if you're looking for new housing opportunities and businesses that want smart people at good paying jobs, then you've got to start looking a little bit north of New York City, and that's the neighbor to the north, Westchester.
Here we are at the New York Real Estate Expo. Can you talk a little about what brings you here, what makes it relevant for you?
You know what? I'm in my pom-poms today. I'm cheerleading for the county because I want people to realize that as important as Manhattan is or New York City, that Westchester is part of this market, and it's another opportunity to save costs, to build out, and you have a government and administration that is welcoming and wants to work with you. We don't want to chase you away, as it seems New York City is doing, or New York State with extraordinarily high taxes. We actually want to work with you. And our communities are doing that, like White Plains and others that really are fostering development and redevelopment opportunities. So if you got an idea, we want you to call our office at Westchester County or westchestergov.com and let's sit down.
Anything that you want to add that I didn't ask you today?
Come to Westchester.
Go to Westchester.
Yes.